Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read from what I'm dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Damn. Okay. Who is this, Capricorn? Who is this? Oh, there you are. So, oh, wow, weird. This is one of those. This is one of those energies. It almost feels like you could be asking me about like a family pet or something, Capricorn. Like you asking about your cat, you asking about your dog. Um, the way they respond to this, and I'm kind of like making light of this so far, because the way they kind of look at you, it's like when they kind of like tilt their head, and you kind of just see their ear just kind of flop and dangle, and it's kind of like they're kind of tilting their head back and forth, like trying to figure you out. Like, what are you saying? I know you're saying something. You're talking to me. You're giving me attention. They can't really like think much, but they're just fully engaged. That's what they're doing towards you. That is very interesting. They're looking at you like, and they're kind of going through all these actions and these motions and these expressions. Very strange. What is this connection? Because they're wondering like what is actually going on between us, but that's where I'm like, what is actually going on? Because not much feels like it's going on. There's so much of a process and contemplation of them just getting to this point of like, okay, well, what's going on? Where are we going, Capricorn? What's happening, Capricorn? Um, but why does it almost feel like there's something here between the two of you where it feels as if things have kind of slowed down, stunted, or kind of put on pause, and it's just like it's not going nowhere. Like here we are, just kind of hanging out, not really doing nothing, not much is going on. But here's the thing: when it comes to their perspective towards you, like a cat or a dog, I'm not saying they are one. I'm just using this example. They're looking at you like, okay, what's going to happen? Okay, what's going to happen? Okay, what's going to happen? Is there going to be interaction? What am I going to get? Am I going to get attention? Am I going to get a treat? What am I going to get? Am I going to get a pet or a scratch? What am I going to get? There's so much anticipation of like, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? I mean, that is one hell of a dependency, Capricorn. That is one hell of a dependency. It's almost the way you respond to this is like, can I help you? Like, what do you want? I mean, they've clearly had some time to sit there and think and process, and it's like, what do you want? Where'd you come from? Weird. There's something there between the two of you that I do see that you're going through. Um, but why are they kind of dependently looking? Like I said, why it's like you got to go outside, you got to go to the bathroom. I'm just continuing with it. What you need? What you need? What you want? Because even the two of you trying to like move forward through this is kind of like, okay, well, what is it? I don't know. Okay, well, how are we gonna figure out what that is if you don't know? I don't know. I'm trying to ask you. You don't know. You're trying to look at me. It's like, well, here we are, both not knowing. And energetically, it's kind of like, okay, then. It's weird. It's like this weird dance, but not dance, dynamic, but not dynamic. Like two ships crossing paths with each other. Like, ain't nothing going on. It's almost kind of like, well, here we are. Here we are. Oh my gosh. This is, oh my gosh. This is a little weird. This is a little weird. No, and there's the tower. This is weird, Capricorn. This is really weird. That's that same energy again. This is so very weird. This is so very weird. Let me understand this. I don't understand that. Like, how are they? I don't understand. How are they like trying to control the dynamic between the two of you? But then it's almost kind of like that didn't work. Okay, what now? Let's see. How about this? No, that didn't work either. How about this? No, that didn't work either. How about this? No, that didn't work either. Like, what is that? I don't understand like how they're going through all these different like moves and maneuvers, and like trying to approach the situation from all these different sides and angles, and it's just like how does the situation, the circumstances, and dynamic become such a big problem or an issue where it's like, and there's the tower, and it's sort of like, what is going on? It's sort of like that is a weird energy to see because there's a huge ass question mark above this whole reading, and I'm like scratching my head, like I don't have a clue. And how is it that you don't have a clue and the tower can still take place? That is like if I don't understand that. That is like if the confusion wasn't bad enough. The tower is unfortunately not even the cherry on top. That's the whole thing. That's like someone comes across and just splats your sundae or something. Like there's the cherry on top. And whatever that is, they know that there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. And even then, when they know there's nothing they can do about it, even that is problematic. I don't understand. Like it's like, how do you have a problem for everything? How do you have a problem for everything? If it's not this the problem, it's that's the problem. If it's not that's the problem, this is the problem. If that's not the problem, it's this the problem. If I have a problem, it's now your problem. And now if you have a problem, it's my problem. And it's like, what? That is way too many problems with everything and possibly everyone. And then when even shit starts to correct itself, you have a problem with that on top of it all. It's about, once again, Capricorn, it's about control. Here we go. So that devil energy over there is about control and micromanagement. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that's crazy. So even when this is like a situation, once again, an example, this is a situation of even when they do get their way, they're not happy about it. And it's like, you don't even know what you want, do you? You just want to be in control just for the sake of being in control. But then when you are in control and you get your way with your control and it doesn't go your way, that becomes a problem. And then it's almost kind of like it creates this negative feedback loop within them, energetically speaking. And it's sort of like they start glitching and malfunctioning, like, and then they start lashing out, and it becomes unstable. And it's like, oh, woo wee, like that is something else, Capricorn. That is something else. There's a Three of Swords. That right there is an energy of thinking emotionally, not thinking logically. That is the difference. When they ask the question, what possesses you to do what you do? Emotions. Emotions. Daemon. Emotions will run this show. Emotions. That means whoever you're asking about or dealing with, Capricorn, their emotions are left unchecked. And that's why they're running the show, and their shadow is wreaking havoc and chaos on everything. If you have a problem with me causing problems, that's a problem. What? What? Wow. You can't even control yourself, but yet you want to go around controlling Capricorn and everybody else. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Look at this. There's the Three of Swords. There's the Truth, the Ace of Swords, and there's the Eight of Cups. I don't give a fuck. Wow. So for the sake of, let me understand this. For the sake of control, you're like, nope, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Meanwhile, you're like in tears. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't care. You're having a breakdown right now. You're having a mental breakdown right now, as well as an emotional one. And that's because right there, that energy of I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, is you not knowing what to do with yourself because you're losing absolute, complete control of the situation and the circumstances between you and Capricorn. And just like Aquarius reading, who they're asking about, the truth shall set you free. But first, it's going to piss you off and you're going to go crazy and haywire until it's kind of like, you done throwing your tantrum yet? You done acting out emotionally? You ready to think logically and ground yourself and get your head on straight? I know I'm wearing the Exorcist shirt, but stop fucking spinning. Damn. Notice that though in the movies, they're always lashing out, trying to rage bait you. Always lashing out, trying to rage bait. Why? Playing off the emotions. Because that's their sense of control. Oh my gosh. There's the lovers. So, okay, let's see here. Yeah, there's issues and that's crazy. There's issues and problems there that they just don't want to take care of. They don't. They have their like very arrogantly and egotistically think I'm too fucking good for that. I don't have any problems. I don't have any issues. Damn. Well, then why are you questioning whether or not you want to be with Capricorn? Are you getting ready for the narcissistic discard? Yeah, once again, they're just emphasizing, like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to focus on me. You have been this whole time. This whole time. Damn. Damn. Me. Okay. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Okay. Like, wow. Just wow, Capricorn. So you don't care about yourself. You don't care about Capricorn. You're only using Capricorn like an extension of yourself. Goodbye.